Have you ever just stared at your website stats and wondered, why are so many people visiting, but almost nobody is actually doing anything? It's honestly one of the biggest headaches online. How do you turn those casual clicks into actual customers? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to solve that problem, and you won't have to write a single line of code.
It's a story we all know, right? You work so hard to get people to your site, and then they just vanish. No purchase, no sign up, not even a quick hello. It's incredibly frustrating, but here's the good news. It's a totally fixable problem.
And the fix has nothing to do with being a tech genius or a coding whiz. Nope. The real secret sauce here is strategy. It all comes down to understanding a little bit of human psychology, being crystal clear, and having one and only one goal.
Right, so that whole idea of a single goal, that is the fundamental thing that separates a regular old web page from a landing page that actually converts like crazy. Let's really dig into what that means.
Okay, think about it this way. Your homepage is like the giant front window of a department store. It's designed to show off everything you've got, the blog, the about page, all the different products. It's great for browsing. A landing page, though, that's more like a tiny little pop-up shop that sells just one thing. It's built for one very specific action, like downloading an ebook, and it gets rid of every other distraction.
And here's the absolute key. When you give a visitor a bunch of choices, you create confusion. And a confused mind almost always says no. They just click away. But when you give them a single, obvious path to follow, that intense focus is what pushes them to take action. But, having that single path is only half the battle. You've got to have the right words to convince someone to actually walk down it. Seriously, before you even start thinking about cool designs or colors, you have to nail your message. Because here's the thing. Every single person that lands on your page has this one question running through their head, whether they realize it or not. What's in it for me? If you don't answer that question instantly and in a way that gets them excited, you've lost. They are gone in like 3 seconds flat. Just look at this example. A headline like, "Welcome to my site," tells the visitor absolutely nothing. It's a total dead end. But a strong headline, it makes a very specific, very powerful promise. It immediately answers that "what's in it for me" question. Because it's not about you at all. It's all about the amazing result they are going to get. All right, so once your message is sharp and to the point, it's time to wrap it all up in a design that just screams trust and makes people want to take action. This is where simple design and a bit of psychology team up to become, well, conversion accelerators. And you know what's great? Good design doesn't have to be complicated. Not at all. It's really about using plenty of white space so things don't feel cluttered, using a bright, contrasting color so that action button is impossible to miss, and picking images that make people feel something. The whole goal is just to guide their eye exactly where you want it to go. And honestly, modern tools like Systeme.io make this so easy with simple drag-and-drop builders.
A nice design isn't quite enough on its own, though. You have to build that crucial element of trust. And you can do this really simply with things like testimonials from real people, some social proof like logos of customers you've worked with, and maybe just a little bit of balanced urgency. People are way more likely to take a leap if they see that others have already done it and loved the result.
Okay, now we are getting to it. The single, most critical, all-important element on the entire page, that action button. This is your final handshake. This is the moment that decides if all your work paid off. I mean, everything we've talked about so far, the powerful message, the clean design, all that trust you've built, it's all leading up to this one single moment. That final click. Seriously, if the visitor doesn't click that button, nothing else you did matters. The whole page has one job, and one job only. Get that click. And the words you use on that button, they are so powerful. A word like submit just feels like boring homework, but download your free guide now. That tells you exactly what you're doing and the benefit you're getting. The visitor knows what's on the other side of that click, and a tiny change like this can make a huge difference. Okay, so we've covered all the core pieces, but now we get to the real secret. This is what separates the people who are just starting out from the pros. The work isn't over when you hit that publish button. The key is something called A/B testing. And it's a really simple idea. You just create 2 versions of your page. Maybe version A has a blue button and version B has a green one. Then you see which version gets more clicks. You're basically letting your visitors vote with their actions on what works best. It is an absolute game changer. And this is why you really should think of your landing page less like a stone monument that you build once and then forget about, and more like a living, breathing thing. You have to constantly feed it with data from your tests, helping it grow and evolve and just get better and better over time. And that really brings us to a final thought here. A truly great landing page isn't just a doorway to grab an email address. It's the very first step in building a real relationship with a customer. So as you go out and build yours, just ask yourself this. Is my page just a simple entrance, or is this the start of a real connection?